Okay, fine. And everyone, please be comfortable. Raven, you please have your breakfast. I think Raven did not have her breakfast yet. And everyone, please feel, just comfortable. You can sit at any place, or you can just lie down and listen to my voice. You can drink your cup of coffee. Anything is fine. Okay. Most of my sessions are very casual. So and at any point of time, if you have any question, if you want to ask something, you can use your voice, or you can use your local chat. You can use the local chat. I'm just increasing all of your volume a bit, so that in case you speak, I can hear you properly. So just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, I have increased the volume of people here. Okay, fine. Okay, so today the topic that we are going to discuss today is a very fascinating topic, and we have listened it. We have listened to it many times, and that is mind-body connection. I think it's very common these days to hear about this topic, mind-body connections, and we know that if we have a very stress-free life, where we are regularly doing some exercise, we are following the good diet, there is the chances that we will suffer from less illness. And at the other point of time, if we have more stress and more kind of anxiety, or if my mental health is in turmoil, it may lead to different kind of illnesses. So, but we will discuss into detail today. So, there is a subject, and this subject is known as psychoneuroimmunology. Okay, and one person, his name is Robert Adler. Okay, Robert Adler, Ader, and he is actually he's known as the father of PNI, that is the psychoneuroimmunology. And this particular PNI was like this thing started from 1960s, 1970s. Before that, we knew that our mental state, or our mental peace, or our mental happiness have a profound effect on our health. But we did not have many research, we did not have many evidence, evidence-based study we did not have. But after this particular subject, which is known as psychoneuroimmunology, a lot of research was conducted. Even the Robert Adler, who was a psychologist, he also worked with one neuroscientist, and they conducted many research. And this has been going on for last 20-30 years, and these days we read many books which talks about psychoneuroimmunology, or epigenetics, or placebo. I think you all have heard about placebo, right? uh, there are many books which is written on this placebo effect, placebo and nocebo effect. Okay, so what they have found that our mental state has a profound impact on our body, on our physiology. And uh, this PNI says that stress, it's not only psychological, it's also physical. And there are many research which has been conducted which says that when we are having very stressful life, it directly impacts our body. Different kind of it like we feel different kind of negative effect in our body, like it affects our heart, it affects the gut health. So many people who go through anxiety, depression, stress, they have experienced IBS. Okay, uh, even nowadays, many researchers is saying that many cancer, many different types of cancers are linked with depression, tension, anxiety, and stress. Okay, and different kind of skin diseases. Okay, like there is a skin disease called I think psoriasis, then even asthma. So all this physical illness or physical ailment or disorder can be triggered by our state of mind. Okay, and at the other side, okay, so these has this kind of condition. Okay, but at the other side, the good thing is now we can alter the state of our mind, and that can impact our body in positive manner, like any kind of wound healing. When we get a cut, or when it has been found that those people who suffer from anxiety, stress, and those kind of mental health issues, it takes more time for a wound to heal. There are different researches. You can go to Google and you can just search this subject. Also, they have found that just like say that people suffering from depression and anxiety, they have delayed healing. Okay, because our body has a natural healing mechanism. We call it homeostasis state. But the moment we have a lot of stress, that homeostasis state gets disrupted. Our natural healing ability gets disrupted. Also, it has been found that those people who are suffering with any kind of mental health issues, they have a higher incidence of infection, any different kind of infection. And also sometimes they have a bad prognosis about different kind of disease. And these are all studied, researched, and documented. Now, many years back, there was a book which came, and the book was pretty famous. And the name of the book is The Anatomy of an Illness. Have you guys ever heard this? The name of the book, Anatomy of an Illness. I think it was written by a person called Norman Cousin, and he was suffering from a disease where he used to have a lot of pain in his body, and that pain used to be you know like very severe pain. And the doctor said that it's an incurable disease. We cannot cure the disease. We can give you some medicines. And he used to take 40 pills a day. you know so one day he asked the doctor that I have never smoked a cigarette. I never I do not drink a lot of alcohol or wine, or those kind of things. So why am I suffering from the disease? And the doctor said, most of the time our disease in our body are, we call it I think psychosomatic disease. I think I'm telling the name right. I just need to check it. Yes, psychosomatic. That means the disease has started from our brain and from our mind, from our unsuppressed emotions, maybe some past trauma, maybe some bitter experience, and those emotions were piling up inside our mind, inside our brain, and that actually put our body. Uh, it gives a lot of stress to our body. It gives a lot of negative emotions to our body, and our body actually stores these emotions. Our body actually capture this unsolved, or what should I say, like traumatic emotions. So he said, okay, if that is the thing, I can become more joyous, I can laugh a lot, I can be happy, and that might reverse my disease. The doctor said, I'm not sure about that. It has never been researched. You can try. I mean, there is no harm in trying. So, he went to a place and he started playing a lot of cassettes of Charlie Chaplin and Laurel and Hardy's and some comedy. maybe some cartoon, and he started laughing a lot. And he, changed his mental attitude, and he stopped taking the medicines, and he actually healed himself. So you can check this book, The Anatomy of an Illness by Norman Cousin, and this book came many years ago. It's not recent. So that time, this PNI or psychoneuroimmunology has not come. I mean, we did not know about it. So I just gave this example of the book because this book depicts a real life story about a person. Now, I told you, the stress is not only psychological, it's also physical. And when we have a positive outlook of life, when we are very cheerful, when we have a very happy mind, we cultivate peace, not only pleasure. Pleasure is a very short term thing, but we cultivate peace. We contribute for a noble purpose. We um, maybe donate something, maybe teach some people, maybe help people in need. That also gives us some kind of peace, and that also gives us some some sense of purpose. Before this session, I was just chatting with Raven about that, and I discussed a story of Martin Seligman. Okay, so now it has been found that stress is also associated with different kind of inflammatory damage in our body. The stress is also associated with our muscles, because when we are very stressed, our muscles tense up. We start having headaches and migraine. And why we have headaches and migraine? Due to the muscle tension in the area of our shoulders or in the area of our neck. So you can see, um, in ancient time, if you read different ancient culture, or maybe some religious books, some scriptures, they have mentioned this kind of thing, mind over matter, or mind over body. Even I'm born Hindu, but right now I follow the teachings of Buddha. Even in Hindu religion also, they have considered the mind as a subtle body, and our actual physical body as a gross body. So our mind and body are interrelated in nature. So um, and there is also a saying that uh, a sound mind stays in a sound body, and a sound body. A person has a sound body only if the person has a sound mind. So all these metaphors or all these stories have come from different cultures in the world, in India, in Europe, from Africa, in USA, from different regions, from different religions, cultures. So, but the basic thing that we get to know, that the mind and body are very much interrelated, and the more we are having, the more sophisticated instrument, the scanners, where we can see our brain activity, where we can measure our different activity, the parts of the brain which gets activated when we do a particular thing, when we are thinking a particular thought, when we are having a particular emotions. So when we have this sophisticated instrument, then this connections of mind and body is more visible, evidence based, and tangible. Okay, now we have also, there are many research where they have found that those people who have a very positive outlook about life. Here the positive means not like those kind of self-help book that always think positive, always be positive, always visualize positive things, because it's not possible to always become positive. I have seen that, I mean, in my life, that it's not possible, and that is fine. I mean, we have different kind of feelings, and we have to acknowledge that feelings. So we all go through happy days, sad days, joyous days, we go through some gloomy days, and that is fine. I mean, that makes us all a human being. But overall, if you have a positive outlook, overall, I'm not saying that you will not have a bad day, you will not have a sad day, but overall, as a whole, if you have a positive outlook, the research shows that it actually increase our lifespan. It reduce, different kind of cardiovascular vascular risk. I mean, the kind of disorder related to our heart. It shows that the strong immune system. Okay, so stress is directly related with our immune system, and this particular psychoneuroimmunology studies this thing, that how our mental behavior, our stress, anxiety affects our immune system, and how the opposite of that impacts our immune system as well. Also, it has been found that if you have a very cheerful, positive outlook about life, you have, improve mental well-being, or we can call it, psychological well-being, and you have better sleep. But again, it's not like that everyone will have the same outcome. I mean, we all are different kind of human being, having different kind of lifestyle, different kind of diets, different kind of social connection. So all the things matter. It's not, we cannot take anything in isolation, but yes, all the things are interrelated in nature. You know, even the recent quantum physics are talking about these things, because in Newtonian physics, we studied that all the things are isolated. But the more we are studying about the quantum physics, and it again 100 years back it started about, I think the scientist name was Heisenberg, probably his name was Heisenberg. And now we get to see that all the things in this world, all the things in this nature is actually connected to each other. So um, that is why, from there we have a cause and effect theory. And if we just alter one thing, another things automatically gets impacted, gets affected. Okay, now we there was a, analysis of 300 empirical studies, I mean the documented studies, where they have found that certain kind of stress even alters different aspect of the immune system. Even sometimes, some genetical changes happens, and all this kind of thing put our body into survival mode, because you know there's a thing called amygdala inside our brain, and this amygdala sends signals to our body to release cortisols, and the cortisols helps with the healing our wounds. But even sometimes there is no wound in our body, there is no visible danger, but this amygdala is very hyperactive, and it is giving this signal to the body, and the body is releasing cortisols, but there is no wound. So what this cortisol is doing, it is affecting our cells, it is affecting our tissues, it is affecting our body in a negative manner. So a lot of different things um, we can consider when we are discussing about this mind-body connection. But enough about problems, how we can balance our mind and body. Okay. So the first thing I encourage everyone to do, that you can do any kind of mindfulness or any kind of meditation, no matter uh, any particular practice if you follow. I personally do mindfulness, so you can also do any kind of meditation as well. So any kind of mental practice, it helps, our to lead a stress-free life. Not always possible, not every day possible, but we can try. Also, our diet is very important. Yeah. So mindfulness is basically, living in the present moment, and focusing on the present moment and experience it fully. And there are different kind of mindfulness. So you all can start with a breathing mindfulness. Like there is breathing mindfulness, there is walking mindfulness, there is body scanning mindfulness, there is five sense mindfulness. But the breathing mindfulness is the most easiest thing, and you can do at any point of time. So what you can do, you can just sit at a comfortable positions. Maybe you can also lie down, and you can close your eyes, and in a very compassionately, in a very gentle manner, you just focus on your breathing. And when we breathe in and when we breathe out, there is a sensation in our nose. If it is fine for you, you can just attach your mind with that sensation. So when you are breathing in, just focus on that sensation. When you are breathing out, just focus on that sensation. So you are just observing your breathing. And here the breathing works as an anchor. And the breathing is always happening in the present moment. It's not like that, you took a breath 5 minutes back. No, every minute we are breathing. So it's very easy if we focus our mind with the breathing sensation and just a witness, just become the witness. Okay, yeah, John Kabat-Zinn says the mindfulness is awareness that arises through paying attention on purpose, is the present moment, non-judgmentally, if that's helpful. Yeah, definitely. John Kabat-Zinn is the person who, revolutionized and he promoted mindfulness to medical community. Before that, only some religious Buddhist monks used to practice mindfulness or vipassana. But John Kabat-Zinn, he promoted it. He brought it to the medical community, and then he did many research, and he was the person who formed the foundation of MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction. So, you all can start with the breathing mindfulness. You just breathe, attach your mind, you just pay attention to the breathing sensation, and you will find that your mind, after few seconds, your mind is not focused on your breathing sensation. Your mind has gone to the past or your mind has gone to the future. So very gently, very compassionately, you just bring your attention back to the breathing sensation. Okay, so Dima said that in my own experience, a body in pain can degrade one's mental state. A degraded mental state can make one's body state worse, a downward spiral. I have benefited from cultivating mindfulness to help interrupt. Yeah, great. So Dimash, shared his own experience, and it's very, very true. I mean, uh, our body needs proper food. Our body needs proper, nutrition. Our body needs rest. Like he said that degraded mental state can make one's body state worse, and the vice versa. So there was a phase when Buddha, Lord Buddha, he was meditating, and he went to the extreme condition. He stopped having food. He stopped having, he stopped drinking water, and he became like a skeleton. You must have seen, there are some kind of statues of skeleton Buddha in different monastery. You will find it. So Buddha had taken the extreme path of not having food or not drinking enough water, and his body became the skeleton, and we call it, skeleton Buddha. But then he found that in that way he won't be able to reach nirvana, because if your body is not properly nourished, if your body is not grounded, if your body is not fed properly, your mind will also linger. You won't be able to concentrate, you won't be able to focus. So then, he had some rice. I think there was a lady who came from the village side, and she gave him a bowl of rice. And then Buddha realized a very important truth, that we should not go for extreme. We should always take the middle path. We cannot forget our body. Body is also very, very important. And it was shown wonderfully in a movie. I saw that movie, The Little Buddha, where Keanu Reeves, the played of Buddha. Anyone have seen that movie, The Little Buddha? I don't know if you have seen it. If you have not, please watch this movie. So that particular scene was there where he became like a skeleton, and he started having food, and then he found out that we need to follow the middle path. We should not follow the extreme. Okay. So you can do any kind of mindfulness. Maybe one day, not today, maybe the next Saturday, I can talk only about mindfulness and I can teach you a little bit of mindfulness. Raven is also there, Dima is also there. They can also give you a lot of lessons about mindfulness. I look forward to attend the session of Raven and Dima. But next Saturday, I can tell you a little bit about breathing mindfulness, five sense mindfulness, also the body scanning, and you all can practice. I mean, it's not like that every day you have to sit for half an hour. You can just start with 5 minutes mindfulness, and mindfulness is something that you can do with anything. I mean, Thich Nhat Hanh, that Vietnamese monk, he kept on repeating that he used to practice mindfulness while, washing dishes, after the lunch and after the dinner. Whenever he used to wash dishes, and he used to do that mindfully. So we can do any task mindful manner, in a mindfully. So I will discuss about mindfulness in more details in the next session. Another very important thing, business. I mean, what kind of business? Yeah, business also you can do mindfully. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Have you guys ever read Jataka's tales? So Jataka's tales means basically the story of Buddha before he became the Bodhisattva or he became the Buddha. So there are many stories about Jataka's tales, and you will be surprised to know in the Jataka's tales, the all the moral stories never told that business is a bad thing, never told that earning money is a bad thing, but it should be in a ethical manner. So yes, even you can do business in a mindful manner. Yes, Jataka tales. So there are many stories in Jataka where the Buddha was a very wise business person. Okay, I mean one story I have read I can remember, but maybe there are some other also. And in the Jataka tales, they did not mention any bad thing about business. The only thing we should do it, in ethical manner, because business is just like an exchange. In ancient times there was a barter system, there was no money. So if I am good at farming, I used to give you food, or crops or paddy, wheat, and you used to give me clothes. So it's just an exchange. But in modern times the different kind of things come up. So fine. And another thing which very helps our mind, that is positive social connection. If we have a good friends, if we have good community, or if we have a friend we can trust, we can share our emotions, and any positive social connection, that also plays a major role in our health. Okay. The second thing, I mean the next thing which I personally like myself, music. Okay, so music also have a profound impact on our mind. Maybe one day I can talk about different research which was conducted on the music and our mood. Okay, one spoke of the eightfold path is appropriate livelihood. One's daily life and business are part of the middle way. Exactly, exactly. What Dima said, that is what mentioned in the Jataka's tales as well. So business are just the part of the daily life, and even we can do business mindfully and in a ethical manner. In the Sanskrit word, in a dharmic manner. In dharmic manner we can do business. So music we can do to have a very stressful life. And whenever I'm working, some kind of instrument music is going on, and my family members becomes very irritated that why you are always playing music. But I feel good, I don't feel bored while doing my job. Laughing is very very important. Like Charlie Chaplin said, a day without laughter is a day wasted. And this particular book, the Anatomy of an Illness, actually emphasized on this practice of laughing. Maybe on silly thing. Yeah, yeah, any kind of music you can listen to. Maybe Beethoven, Bach, or any kind of piano music, Moonlight Sonata, or any classical music, Indian classical, Western classical, whichever music you find. And nowadays on YouTube, I can find some instrumental music which has binaural beats, a particular frequency. So that also you can listen. Okay. So yes, laughing is very important. Every day we can just watch some comedy videos on YouTube or some comedy movies, and we can just laugh out loud, and that actually have a very positive physiological impact on our body. Okay. We can also do deep breathing. Deep breathing resets our brain. Maybe one day I can go deeper into the deep breathing things, but today we don't have enough time. Oh, I have already crossed my time. I'm very sorry. I'll just finish it up. I don't want you guys to get bored on the Saturday morning. Uh, Gratitude is very important. When we feel grateful, it also have a positive impact on our mind and body. And every day we can do some kind of gratitude practice. We can do gratitude meditation. We can do gratitude journaling. We can practice gratitude to any stranger, anything we can do. And I mean, not gratitude, any act of kindness we can do with any stranger, and we can feel grateful about it. And every day for 10 minutes we can just close our eyes, and we can just say thanks to the universe, to the food that I have got, the shelter that I have got, the friends I have got, the second life I have got. Maybe one day there was no glitch in the second life, so I can be grateful about that. And that actually rewires our brain. So there is a direct relationship between gratitude and rewiring of our brain. Also, we can do anything in life in the form of playfulness, not taking in a very serious manner, just thinking that we are like playing, just like little children. They don't take things seriously, but that does not mean they're not focusing. They are more focused, they are more absorbed, they are more engaged, because they have this sense of playfulness. And the same thing we adults also we can do. We have a lot of things to learn from little children. Little children, they don't suffer from stress, they don't suffer from anxiety, because they take everything in a form of playfulness. So these are the things we can do to keep our mental health in check, nourish our mental health and nourish our body. So I'm just again repeating the mindfulness or yoga or any kind of exercise, because any kind of exercise releases endorphins, which is a feel good hormone. We should have a proper diet. We should have a positive social connection. And second life is a great thing. I mean, I have made some very great friends that I could not make in real life. So second life also gives us some kind of tangible mental support. Music, laughing, deep breathing, gratitude, playfulness. So we can cultivate all these things and have a better life. Now, I have already exceeded the time, so I can just have a 2 minutes. If you have any question or if you have any reflection, if you want to share your own experience, you're very welcome. Because every day I tell you, I also learn from you. And I think we all can learn from each other, and we can have a better community, more healthy community in terms of mental health and physical health. Yeah, any questions, any reflection, anything you would like to share? You can speak using your voice, or you can share in the local chat. Ah, you're most welcome, Solane. Okay, I'm glad you liked it, Solane. Thank you. Any other reflection or any other questions anyone has? Okay, if no one has any question or anything, then we can close this session. I'm so glad you all joined, and I could share a little bit. I researched for past 2 3 years, and I hope I can we all can implement this in our life, and we can have a more fulfilled, better and positive living. Okay, thank you so much everyone. I will upload this video probably on Monday. Yeah, you're most welcome, Raven. I hope you did not miss your breakfast. So I will upload this video on the YouTube channel. I'll share it with Sophie, and then Sophie can put the link on the website. Okay, and even in the future also, if you have any question, you can just send me an IMs, or in the Buddha Center has a Discord community. You can ask Dima and he can add you probably. And I would love to answer your question, because when I'm answering your question, I'm also learning in a deeper manner. Okay, I am great you enjoyed, because I truly believe that if you're enjoying, you are also learning. So I try to make people enjoy the session. But thank you so much. Next Saturday I would come back, and that day I can tell you all a different kind of mindfulness that we can practice very casually, and every day that we can do. The goal is to do it. We the goal is to take a baby step. If one day we think that, okay, I'll just sit for 1 hour and I will reach nirvana, that is difficult. So every day we can do 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes of mindfulness. Yeah, yeah, yes, Raven. At 10 a.m. second lifetime, I'll come on next Saturday. Okay. Yes, yes. Today we started a little later. So from next Saturday, the time will be fixed. That is the 10 a.m. second lifetime. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. So Dima has just shared the Discord link. You guys can just join. And next Saturday we shall meet and we shall learn something together. Okay. Bye for now and namaste.